I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Murder charges have been filed against two Orange County residents in connection with the death of an elderly Goshen woman whose body was discovered after a fire damaged her home Saturday. The body of 81-year-old Helen Mills was found in her first-floor bedroom by emergency personnel who responded to a fire at her home at 84 Green Street. The subsequent investigation led police to 17-year-old Jennifer Molyneux of the town of Wallkill and 19-year-old Devin Giordano of Goshen, who authorities say broke into the house and caused the death of Helen Mills during the course of the burglary. Both of them have been charged with second-degree murder. Paul Corey runs Trailside Treats, a snack bar off the parking lot of the nearby Heritage Trail in Goshen.
I was shocked. It's quiet around here. There's a lot of kids around and stuff like that, but we never really have any problems.
And I guess you mentioned that the police were, hoping that maybe you had some security video.
Yes, they were here on Saturday and wondering if because I have security cameras around the building, and they were wondering if I had any aim towards that house, but unfortunately I didn't.
State Police and the Orange County District Attorney's Office will be releasing more information concerning the case and the arrest of Molyneux and Giordano during a news conference scheduled for 11 a.m. Tuesday at State Police Troop F headquarters in the town of Wallkill. A Narrowsburg man was killed when his car slammed into a van on Route 17B in the town of Bethel Saturday. The person killed in the crash has been identified as 33-year-old Robert Schenk. Sullivan County Sheriff's deputies say his car crossed over the double yellow line and slammed into a van of campers on their way back to Pennsylvania. Deputies say Schenk was not wearing his seatbelt. All of the camp van passengers were treated and later released from local hospitals. Sheriff's deputies have not been able to determine why Schenk's car swerved into the oncoming lane. The state DEC has backed off from its original plan to drain Honk Lake near Napanock beginning tomorrow as a way to relieve pressure on the crumbling Honk Lake Dam that the agency believes is posing a threat. Town of Wawarsing officials have asked the DEC to conduct an environmental review before taking any immediate action, citing the potential impact on area wells, the water table, and local lake recreation. Representatives from the town and the DEC are scheduled to meet Wednesday to look over the options. Officials in the Orange County Sheriff's Office say tainted marijuana laced with an undisclosed substance that had been smuggled into the Orange County Jail was the source of the sickness that sent 9 jail inmates to the hospital Saturday. An inmate who had been sent to the jail 3 days prior for parole violation reportedly smuggled the tainted pot in, and after he and others smoked it in a cell block exercise yard, they got sick and were rushed to the hospital. Charges of promoting prison contraband are expected to be filed against the inmate who brought in the marijuana. The Cornwall campus of St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital was in lockdown for a while Sunday after a patient who had recently traveled abroad came to the hospital with an upper respiratory illness and had with him a powder-like substance. As part of the lockdown procedure, all incoming patients were diverted to other area hospitals. The powder turned out to be a non-hazardous material, and normal hospital operations were then allowed to resume. It will be days before the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board release any information regarding the possible cause of the crash of a small plane in Saratoga County that claimed the life of the pilot from Newburgh and his passenger. 33-year-old Cyprian Ivascu of Newburgh was piloting the small craft when it hit a tree and crashed in the community of Northumberland. The passenger killed was identified as 61-year-old John Stomsky of Milton in Saratoga County. Police say the plane was hauling a banner advertising a skydiving business when it went down. Last month, local and state fire officials gathered at Rock Hill Firehouse to make a public call to Governor Andrew Cuomo to sign legislation that would prohibit convicted sex offenders from being able to serve in volunteer fire departments and ambulance corps. Well, today came word that their call was answered. The governor has signed the legislation that had been co-sponsored by State Senator John Bonasek and Assemblywoman Aileen Gunther. The new law enables fire chiefs to access existing public record information on registered sex offenders. Up to now, only arson background checks were required for all prospective volunteer members. The Archbishop of New York will celebrate Mass at a maximum security state prison in Ulster County tomorrow. Cardinal Timothy Dolan will visit Eastern Correctional Facility in Napanoch tomorrow to mark the golden anniversary of the facility's chapel. After saying Mass, Cardinal Dolan will visit with inmates and staff at the prison. Eastern Correctional houses about 900 male inmates, almost 65% of them from New York City's 5 boroughs. Roughly 23% of the inmates are Catholic. And some extraordinary music talent was on display Saturday night at Dietz Stadium in Kingston, the scene of the annual March of Champions Drum and Bugle competition. Organizations from throughout the region took part in the Drum Corps Associates sanctioned competition that featured both competing groups and exhibitions. Proceeds from the event will benefit the Children's Home of Kingston. The top-ranking finishers were the White Sabres and the Caballeros of Hawthorne. The threat of thunderstorms will stay with us for the next couple of days. Tuesday will be partly sunny with a chance of a passing storm or two late in the day, and it'll be warm and humid with temperatures expected to reach the upper 80s. More thunderstorms possible again on Wednesday, but it won't be quite as warm with the highs in the low 80s. We'll get the news and information to help start your day each day in the Times-Herald Record, and breaking news is always just a click away right here at Record.